To end off Wave 2 of the LEGO Super Mario things, I'm bringing you this incredibly odd camera angle as well as a set that has been out for like 6 months. It's the Nintendo Entertainment System. My name is Brian Saviano, BricksOBrian. Welcome on in to the final one of these videos that I'm doing for now with the white gloves, as you can see, getting all spooky with it. Ooh, why am I wearing gloves? It's because I bite my nails and my fingers are disgusting. So unless you want to see the tendrils, you're getting the gloves instead. This is the Nintendo Entertainment System, one of the most well-loved LEGO sets of all time. One of the most beloved sets, one of the most intricate sets I have ever built. And I say that even not having the Super Mario bias factored in. It has so much going on in it, and let me just give you the stats. So this is officially called the Nintendo Entertainment System. It is set number 71374, has 2,646 pieces, and retails for $230 in the United States. And this is one of the best sets that LEGO has ever come out with. And I'll tell you why. I'll start with the small stuff, then work my way up to the big stuff, and then even little LEGO Mario makes an appearance at some point too, but I'll get to that afterward, very, very end. It's a cherry on top of the whole situation here. This is the biggest Nintendo set that LEGO has come out so far. Hopefully there's going to be a bigger set down the line with Princess Peach's Castle one day, but hopefully I don't know anything, but I really hope so. So let's start with what's actually here and not what's a hope and prayer in my mind here. This is the Nintendo Entertainment System controller. So this is what it looks like. It is almost one-to-one scale with the actual NES controller. The buttons do not move in any way, shape, or form at all. They are merely aesthetic, but at that point, you know, it looks really good. I think it looks like, with all the printed pieces that are on there, looks immaculate. Yeah, they're all printed parts. There's only 2 stickers on this entire set, and I'll show you exactly where those are when I get to them. But that's all printed right there. And it does feel good to control in your hands. It does feel pretty accurate one-to-one. You know, I'm an adult guy, so it fits pretty well in the palm of my hands. This is a controller, which actually does plug into the next section I'll talk about here, which is the NES console itself, okay? So this console is larger than the NES Classic, smaller than the actual NES, and the gray is pretty accurate as well. You can see it has all of the ports that you would look for in the NES console itself. Go toward the back here, all these cables, you know, you kids out there nowadays are like, this isn't HDMI, what is this? You know, probably have no idea what any of this stuff is, but, you know, that's okay. Whoop, nearly fell out of my hands. Look at that one. Nice. So you have that over there. And then in the front portion over here, yes, that is printed once again. Don't think it's stickers, because it's not. And it does open up right in the front. Okay, that is where you load that cartridge into. And real quick here, the cartridge is where you first see stickers in the set. And I misspoke. There's actually 3 stickers in the set, not 2. So 2 of the stickers are here. This section up top with the Mario Bros. And then that section down there. It is 2 separate stickers, but that is a pretty accurate NES, you know, cartridge in general. What's a really cool detail, you can't see it inside of here, maybe a little bit, not really. In there is a green plate, which actually acts as the circuit board inside the actual cartridge, which is really, really cool and a nice little touch. So when you actually look in a Super Mario Brothers controller, you can see the green in there because of all the circuit board. So that's pretty cool. What's cool about this as well, I'll move the TV to the side for a half second here. You can load the cartridge in. I'm not going to be taking apart the NES to show you the innards because that's going to take forever, and it's been a while since I built this. But when you load this in, just like you would a normal NES cartridge, in that way, plug that in, plug it down, and then shoop, there you go. And it's in. You know, just like you would a normal NES cartridge, you can pop it back out, pull it right out, and it's a very satisfying click when you do all of this here. So loading that in, slap it down, there you go, or rather, click that in, then slap it down. It's very satisfying. Makes you feel good on the inside, all right? So you grab that, and there you go. So that's a cartridge. There is a secret with this console here when you're building it. Other people, when they do their reviews, they have talked about it. I will not talk about it, But when you are building this set, you have plenty to look forward to other than just building the gray of the console itself. I promise you the building experience will be worth it when you do that for yourself. So moving the NES kind of over to the side here for a half second. This is a TV. This is what we call back in the 80s and 90s a CRT. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you play Super Smash Bros. Melee on. This is what you would play Super Mario Bros. On the NES with back in the 80s. Order a little bit of Pizza Hut and watch rockets take off on TV or something. So this is a TV. The stand does come off the TV. This is not connected to anything here. It just kind of clicks into place here. Actually, it doesn't even click into place. It kind of slides into place here. So it's not connected. You can modify it to connect it, but it's not inherently that way. This antenna is right here. It does kind of clip into the back. I'll show you. Just like this if you really wanted to not have the antenna out. And that's your third sticker right there. That warranty sticker on the back of the TV is the only other time that you see a sticker in this set, obviously, so it can get the details that would be necessary to capture what that is. You can see the red and white cables where they would plug in down there, and all the other components on the back of the TV. Now, going back to the sides are obviously just, you know, plain brown. This is meant to reflect wood, by the way, in case you couldn't put that together. I never had, actually, no, my mother had a wood TV when I was in my first house, so this is kind of familiar. I never had a TV that looked exactly like this, but I had one that was close to it. So, you see a bunch of knobs over here. The things that are adjusted on here, let me see if I can not show my age. It is volume, brightness, no, volume, color, okay, and contrast, I think. That's what those three are supposed to represent. Again, I didn't have a TV that worked like this. I'm apparently very spry and young that I don't know what these things are for here. But the top one here is to change the station when you didn't have a clicker, okay? And what's actually satisfying here is when you move this, there's a little bit of a rubber tip in there that actually makes a sound when you're moving this from one direction to another. So it sounds like this. Sounds just like that. Pretty cool. So, all that's well and dandy, but what does this have to do with Super Mario? Well, this crank on the side right here is where all the magic happens, all right? So, as you're building up this entire TV and whatnot, you're going to have a bunch of Technic parts that are inside of here that allow this screen to actually move as you move the crank. So, if I move this crank, I'm going to hold the TV on the top right here just for the sake of it, and it actually moves through a part of course 1-1, which is incredibly well done. It is stuck. It is stuck. All right, so this actually gives me a good opportunity to take a look inside. It's been sitting on my shelf for a couple of months, so obviously a little bit of situations here. You can't crack open the top right there. There is a little decal right there. That might look familiar. We'll get to that in a second in case you've never seen this otherwise. But I will show you the top just for a half second here. It's relatively easy to get into, which is what I think makes this set so good, is that if there is something wrong, you can get inside of it. So you see the inner portions right there. So basically, that is color-coded for a reason, and I'll tell you that in a second, but that is what it looks like on the inside. So if you've ever built a tank out of Lego in a Lego set, the treads are basically what this is. This is a giant set of treads that goes all across here, and you're putting Lego tiles on the front in order to accomplish what all this is in here. All these pieces, by the way, like Mario, the coins, the Goomba, all printed, just so you know. So let me take a look in here and see exactly what's going on. You can modify it, like if you wanted to. If you want to make it bigger, you totally can, but I'm probably not going to do that. All right, so this is kind of hard to do. Okay, that actually proves the point of this review here. This stand is very flimsy. It's very, very flimsy. There is not a lot keeping this together. I'm very surprised Lego allowed this, because when you're putting so much force on the actual TV to get it to turn on the screen, like you're putting a decent amount of force in there, especially if something is going wrong in here and you don't know any better. This stand, although not very complex, does fall apart relatively easily. So I'm surprised they allowed that. And there's nothing clicking in the stand to the very bottom of the television either. So it's not like it's one solid unit or anything like that. So I get it, but also I'm like, It's weird how it doesn't connect in any way. But it's very hard to do with the gloves on, but basically it moves that way. They're all tiles here. I think my issue is because, yeah, I'm going to do it that way. When I'm going from the top, I'm technically squeezing this part, and that's what's causing it to get stuck. So you can see he's going through part of 1-1 right there, and it's stuck again? How did it get stuck again? I think it's because it's been on a shelf for so long. There must be something loose in there. That doesn't normally happen, though, when you're first building it, so don't worry about that. But it's going through here, and it looks really cool, and all that's really great and everything. But as you saw on the very top right there, there is a tile which obviously connects to Mario. Now, Mario is sold separately. He is only sold in the starter course, as you know. So we're going to take Mario, and I'm going to show you exactly what happens when that is placed on top of here. And I'll be honest with you, when I built this set, I was really, like, in shock. Why is this not connecting? Is there anything on the bottom? Let me take a look at the bottom here. Is there anything to, like, connect it? No, not really. Yeah, it's just, like, literally, like, two, like, it fits in like that. It's very, like, yeah, not great. But as I was building this, I was very in shock that this was actually a real thing that I had in my possession, and I was totally blown away by the building experience, because you're building not just the TV and the NES that are brick-based, but you're building the entire innards, which are all Technic, which I'm not usually a fan of, but because it was so well done here, it made the process pretty painless, so I thoroughly enjoyed it. So the thing that's supposed to sell you on the starter course and get you overwhelmed with emotion is when you have Mario here from the starter course, as I said 1,000 times, and you place him on top of the NES. He actually plays the 1-1 music, as you can see right here. And not only that, I'm really, like, deep down here. When you move Mario along the course... Oh, no, actually. So it plays that music when he's done, but he's not done quite yet. So let me go... If you're scrolling and then you stop, he'll play the flagpole sound. But let's do this again. Now, if I move this... Actually, I got to move it up one. Sorry. No, I got to place it right here. I'm sorry. Got to place it a little bit forward right there. Yeah, there we go. There you go. So there's, like, the coin block right there, and then it goes all the way through like a loop. All right? So you scan it on that particular segment first, and then you move them up there. So that's pretty cool. And this just goes in an infinite loop. Nothing really changes other than the power-ups right there. He gets the invincibility star and whatnot. Again, this is very hard to do while I have the gloves on. So, yeah. I don't know why I'm committing to the gloves so much. But yes, you can see just how it works right there. Mario's looking a little tilted right there. So that's a pretty cool looking piece right there. When this happened, I was in shock. I was in awe, and I was very, very overwhelmed with emotion when that happened. So I love this set very much. It will be a permanent fixture in my Lego collection forever. I love it. I know it's a very, like, off the top, you know, off the cuff review video here, but I recommend that you buy the NES. It is such a good set. It is such a great building experience. Having Mario on the top really is a cherry on top of everything. It's such a well-crafted set and really makes me want to get a Lego Princess Peach's Castle in not this scale, but like, you know, like Cinderella's Castle, something like that, because I know Lego would put so much love into it like they did with the NES. So here's hoping we get that or something else in the near future. Thank you all for joining me for these Lego Super Mario reviews. I really hope the next time I'm joining you, it's going to be Princess Peach's Castle or Legend of Zelda or something else, all right? Until then, keep on meowing it out and have yourselves a fantastic day, all right? Bye.